Alright guys, welcome to a game called You Will Not Remain. Now to be completely honest, I don't really know much about this game. But it does kind of have a nice kind of pixel art style, and the music obviously is great. But I downloaded it into my Steam library a little while ago, and then I kind of forgot what it was about it that intrigued me in the first place, and I just kind of downloaded it. And now I've come back just because I kind of want to experience it and see what it has to offer. But it has that kind of same thing that I like about a lot of games like the Final Station and stuff like that, where it's a simple art style. It seems like it'll have an impactful story. The music is really nice, and it seems kind of like a chill kind of game. I'm not gonna do anything like too crazy in this. This isn't gonna be like a crazy like high energy one or anything like that. It's gonna be a nice kind of chill playthrough. So if you're good with that, then go ahead and maybe sit down, grab a blanket, grab some snacks, and just let's go into this. Now before it starts, I do want to say at the beginning I did say there was like a warning, kind of like a content warning of kind of like depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation. So if you struggle with any of that kind of stuff, or you just don't want to see anything that's related to that, just full warning now. I want to make sure I let you guys know before we go into it. But I'm really interested to see what this game is really fully about. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and hit play. You Will Not Remain is a short game intended to be played in one sitting. There is no saving. Okay, fair enough. I like games like that though, that are meant to be played all the way through at once. Okay, so is this my room? Oh yeah, and also I love games where I actually have to like read it as it goes through. It's time to wake up. Okay. I see a little bone there. Do I have a dog? Oh, that's me over there in the corner. Okay. Again. How many more agains will you have? How long have you been here? Wait, who's he talking to? I thought that was me. Does it matter? What is that? Like, is he like looking at a TV or what is that? Oh, I can walk around now. Okay, cool. I got a little plant here. The leaves are dropping. Or the leaves are drooping. You should water it. You fill the watering can and take it to the plant. You soak the base, hoping it's both enough and not too much at the same time. You've never been good with plants, and sometimes trying too hard is what kills them. Okay. Oh, do I got a little coffee cup over here? You still have plenty of grounds, an instant when you're desperate. You haven't even gone through all the apartments on this floor. Making it as much ritual as it is comfort. You cradle the cup in your hands, warmth seeping into your fingertips. It grows cold as you stare at the sink, the ceiling, the strange shapes your hands make around the porcelain. You pour it down the sink, wash the cup before putting it away. Maybe tomorrow will be easier. So he just kind of like held the coffee in his hands and waited for it to get cold. You know, don't you kind of love that feeling, like when it's a really cold day outside, whether you were like out shoveling snow or like, you know, just kind of like out working all day or doing whatever you had to do in the outdoors, and it's just freezing, like completely freezing, even when, you know, you have like a really big jacket on, the wind just kind of cuts its way through to you. And then like you're done, you come back inside, maybe you have a nice cup of like hot chocolate or tea or coffee or something, and you sit there and you just kind of relax and let all that kind of like stress that you had like built up into your back and your shoulders kind of slowly unwind, you know, when you relax and you're like, ah, at least the day's over, you know? What's on TV? Channel after channel of nothing. That's relatable. See, that's the thing, is like I don't watch like regular TV anymore. I pretty much only watch like, you know, just like stuff on streaming services. I definitely don't turn the news on ever. Just not worth it. Oh, so we're like in like an apartment building out in the city. That's kind of cool. Is it getting bigger, or was it always that size? Oh, is that like a storm or like a force field or something moving in, or kind of just like a shroud in general? If you were prone to poetry, you would almost say it was beautiful in a fantastical sort of way. But you're not. Haven't been for some time. You've run out of pretty metaphors for awful things. Again, that's relatable too. That's actually something that I haven't really talked about that a lot, but pretty much my whole life I've written poems. And for me, I don't know, it's like a way of just kind of like expressing myself. But it's just for me, you know, I don't really put them anywhere. Okay. That's kind of a cool view though. I love the music, it's so cool. There's not much else to do. You could walk circles around the apartment, or you could go back to bed. Bark, bark. Is that a dog? Impossible. It's been weeks since you've been stuck here. You would have surely heard it before this. I love the sounds. It sounds almost musical. Is there a dog coming? I was gonna, yeah, I thought we had one because there's already a bone there, but maybe that was a bone for something else, I don't know. Better go see what it is, just in case. Come on, open the door. You know you can. Can't you? You can do this. Right, that's my voice. You can do this, come on. Like, saying the words will help. Just do it. Out we go, okay. It's wrong. Everything is wrong. You don't belong here. You need to get back inside. I know that feeling too, like, I know I kind of talked about, like, you know, my mental health before I came back to YouTube just recently. And that feeling of being like, man, you know, like, what's the point? You know? I kind of want to just stay in bed. I kind of want to just sit here and do nothing and kind of let the world just pass by and, like, I don't know, just kind of allow myself to just sit here and not have to worry about the stress of the world. And just have, like, this time to myself to just be, you know? And the truth is, when you're doing that, you're not really actually helping yourself. You're just letting it get worse. And you don't realize it at the time, you know? You think that you're just, like, you know, giving yourself a break. But what you're really doing is giving up and letting the world just go by you. Which is the last thing that you should do when you're in that situation. You gotta find things that make it worth getting up out of your bed. Let's go find the dog. It's only down the hall. You can do this. Bark, bark. Is there a dog in here? Hey. There's something wrong with this apartment. Bark, bark. Is that a dog? But it doesn't look like any dog you've ever seen before. It's thin, skin stretched tight across the ribs, long body, all bones and hard angles. Bark, bark. Hey, it's okay. I'm not here to hurt you. Bark. That's right. Everything is okay. Do you want to come with me? Is that a yes? Oh, do we have a dog now? Whoa. The dog jumps forward before you can react. You're braced for pain. You brace for pain and instead feel the drag of its tongue across your chin. It pants happily as it tries to lick every inch of your face. Whoa, down! It drops to all fours, looking obediently up at you, tongue lolling out of a mouth bisected by wickedly sharp teeth. Well, it's this way, I guess. Come on, buddy. What's this? It's like a hand? Can't go out this door, okay. Yeah, pretty much sure that everything that I can interact with is going to be highlighted, which actually makes it easier. You're glad to leave. Something is wrong here. A new kind of emptiness. No bed, no chairs, no life. How did the dog even get here? When the two of you leave, it will be like nothing has ever been here at all. The dog follows at your heels, nose sniffing furiously at the air. Bark? Just a little further. Come on, buddy. I live right in here. The dog runs in ahead of you, tail wagging so hard it makes a loud thump when it slaps the wall. Good to see you like it. I got a bone here for you if you want it. You have a name? This is enough excitement for one day. It's time to go to sleep. Arf? Bed. Arf. And he gets in the bed. I guess you're sleeping with me. You peel back the covers and slide into bed. The dog is a warm, sprawling mass above you, content to be pushed around as you make yourself comfortable. When you've settled into the sheets, it lays its head across your neck, warm, metallic breath lulling you to sleep. Alright, we're up. You're dreaming again. You remember being worried about her. You remember waiting anxiously at the door. You remember how the apartment still smelled like her for weeks, the sweetness of her perfume lingering in the sheets. They don't smell like her anymore. Somebody knocking on my door? Radio static. No. Stay. No. You can't do this again. If you don't think about it, it's like it never happened. Stay aside. Please. No. Alright, buddy, get up. Okay, I'm up. Bark. That's only one way to be woken up. You can't complain, though. Not when it's saved you from... Bark, bark. Right. You have a dog now. A very strange-looking dog. Yeah, one that's, like, super skinny, right? I mean, probably because whatever, like, situation this world is in, you know, it hasn't really been, like, taken care of. Can I put food in this bowl? You get it water, then fill a bowl with what's in the fridge. Patience, sausages, and double toasted bread. You hope it's good enough. When you set it down, the dog lunges desperately towards the food. It's eating so fast you barely see it chew. You better not throw that up. Alright, let's see what else we got. Pot on the stove? Well, you fed the dog. May as well feed yourself. You cook with whatever you can find, thankful for the electrical stovetop. You eat from the pan, standing over the stove. No one's here to judge you. That's literally me when I'm by myself. You've already fed the dog. What do they want? Maybe to go outside? Yeah. Okay. With the coffee, maybe we'll actually drink it this time? You make a coffee just like every other morning. You cradle the cup in your hands, staring at the walls in the cage of your fingers around the cup until the liquid cools. Just like every other morning. But this time, something is different. The dog is here, looking more at home than you've ever felt. The coffee is cold, but you drink it anyway. Bitter all the way down. Are you hungry? You're lucky we don't have any neighbors. I imagine that the coffee is kind of like, I don't know, like maybe like a sign of the depression or like a symbol, like the first day, you know, like you just kind of pick it up and you let it get cold and you just pour it out. Like, what's even the point? The second day, you know, you pick it up and you wait for it to get cold because you can't be bothered, but you drink it anyway. And then maybe the next day you drink it when it's warm, you know? Check out the plant. You water the plant. Has it gotten bigger? It's not dead. Maybe that means something. And that's another thing too, is that I know people who have like plants, and whether it's a dog or just a plant or anything that you kind of have to take care of, it's something that can kind of help them with the depression because it gives them a reason to like get up and do something besides just themselves, you know? Which, like, when you're in good mental health, yourself should be the biggest reason, but when it's not good, you know, like you feel like you're the last thing that you should be taking care of, and like everything else is more important. I'm gonna go out and take a look at that view again. I wonder if by the end of it, this thing will like wash over me. There's still something to do out here? No, I guess not. Okay. Let's talk to the dog. Maybe he wants to go out there. You want to leave? Okay. You're the boss. Maybe I can take him out here now? No, okay. I just really like that area. I want to visit it more. Let's go, buddy. It's easier to manage the terror that climbs up your spine when the dog is so happy to be outside. Where are we going? Hold your horses. Alright, stairs this way. I wonder how big this actual like apartment building is. Can't go in there, okay. Where'd you go, buddy? This way? You've never been up here. What is this all the way up on the roof? Oh, it's... You're worried if you stare too long, you might fall in. The dog stares at you, imploring, and for a moment its eyes flash violet. No, you're imagining things. It's just a dog. Throw the ball. Message received. Oh, there's a ball right here. Nice. Are we gonna play fetch with it? You can almost ignore the lilac glow when you're playing fetch. Forget for a moment that vast, otherworldly thing stretching through the sky. Bring it back, bud. The dog doesn't seem worried about it. I like this. It's kind of nice. Just like playing fetch with a dog at the end of the world, basically. What time is it? Noon? Evening? Probably midday. At least one of them. Maybe even all of them. I think that's enough for one day. We can come back tomorrow. Alrighty. See, and that gives us another reason to get up out of bed. Someone's in a rush. Where are you going? Back to the apartment? Maybe he's hungry again. Alright, buddy. Let's go. Didn't take you long to figure out home. The dog looks proud of itself. Okay, then. You're so tired. When was the last time your lungs had tasted fresh air? You can't remember. I'm sorry. I think that's all I have for today. I guess this is my life now. I just want to see if I do go out, what happens. Will he follow me? No. Okay. Alright, buddy. Bedtime. You crawl under the covers. You still haven't washed them, not since... The dog lays atop you, heavier than expected, seeing as it's skin and bone. It cuddles into you, knife-long teeth a whisper from your throat. You can feel its heartbeat through the blanket, the gentle expanding of its chest beneath your hand. Is it nightmare time again? Yeah. You wish this was over. The radio again. Stay inside. If you don't let them in, they can't get inside. Silence. No sound. No thought. You can type in her number into your phone. You know it off by your heart. The sound of the buttons are familiar melody. It rings out. You try again, and again, and again. Nothing. Miles and miles of nothing. Maybe she's fine. You try to convince yourself. Can I do anything else? Got eerily quiet now. Don't let anyone in that isn't already inside. She has to be inside. Maybe already downstairs. Just in time. Just in time. Good morning, buddy. Get up out of bed. Okay, I'm up. Alright, this time do we drink the coffee hot? But first, let's feed the dog. There you go. You're slowly getting used to living with the dog. How long has it been now? You can't remember. You should probably name them. First things first, coffee. You make it. Hold the cup until the liquid cools. You look down at it, far and in your unfamiliar hands. You pour it down the sink. You win some, you lose some. And I guess that makes more sense, right? Is that it would change day to day. What's up, buddy? What's your name? You can't keep calling them dog, after all. That's very helpful. How about Rex? Marble? Marble sink? Gas stove? Wow, this guy's really bad with names. Okay, Shank? Lamb shank? Lamb shank? Really? Alright, you're the boss. The newly named Lambshank looks absurdly pleased with himself. Fine. Guess he wants to go outside. When you touch the soil, it's bone dry. It seems like it's always thirsty. A need so deep it couldn't be slaked by an ocean. You used to know something about need. Now you won't let yourself remember what it means to need anything, let alone want it. Alright, buddy. Let's go out. I'm a-coming. Where are we going? Alright, up to the roof again. Play some fetch. Nothing has changed. The sky is... it's there. Don't think about it. Go get it. How long has it been since you became stuck here? Someone could tell you it had been weeks, months, or years, and you'd believe them. It's not like you can see the sun anymore. Yeah, I know it's kind of like a metaphorical thing, but also literally like, I don't know, like staying out of sunlight obviously is really bad for you. Like, I remember there were times during COVID that I would be like awake all night, and then the sun would come up and it would actually make me tired. Like, my sleep schedule was so messed up that something about the sun coming up would actually like release that melatonin in my brain and make me sleepy. Just the thought of touching someone makes your skin crawl. You feel claustrophobic and desperate at the same time. Wrong. That's enough. Time to go back. I'm coming, buddy. Don't you worry. Alright, maybe eat some food. You should eat something. But maybe you shouldn't. You only ate 5 minutes ago, right? Or was it 5 days? You think I should eat lamb shank? Okay, good call. You cook a meal of whatever you can find, and eat over the stovetop. I'm coming. Alright, time to go to sleep. You and Lampshank are used to this dance by now. You settle in together and drift to sleep. Ugh. You do anything to wake up, but that isn't how this works. Don't look at the sky. The sky? What's wrong with the sky? What could have possibly happened to the sky? How? It hurts to look at. It's wrong. Not made for this world, but somehow captivating all the same. But why? Maybe you're imagining things. You must be. This isn't real. This can't be real. A fever dream, surely. If you can go back inside, the world will return to normal. It has to. She'll come home, and everything will be the way it always was. This is your public service announcement. The voice is robotic, clinical and detached while the world forever changes. Do not let anyone in that comes from outside for the safety of yourself and others. We repeat, do not let anyone in from outside. No. Our homes are safe as long as we are in them. Do not let anyone in that returns from the outside. We repeat, people from the outside are displaying signs. Morning, buddy. Predictable. Alright. Water the plant. You take care of the plant. You don't feel like you're there when you water it. Your hands unfamiliar. Your body unfamiliar. Your mind alien even after all this time. Sounds like disassociation. You used to go to bed excited for your morning coffee. Now it's just another thing you do. Did I actually drink it this time though? What's on the TV? You used to wonder when the power would turn off. You don't wonder about much of anything anymore. It's time to feed Lampshank. Alright, buddy. What food do we have laying around now? You fill up the food bowl. Alright. Let's see what's outside. Oh, he came out with me this time. Lampshake likes it on the balcony. You don't. Something about him shifts under the lilac sky, pushing to be free. He looks hungry out here, more alien. I remember it said that his eyes glowed purple. Maybe like he has something to do with it. Lampshank has decided it's time for fetch. I'm coming. Relax. I'm really enjoying this so far. Like I said, it's a very like calming experience almost. The music is nice. Go get it, boy. Sometimes you think about going outside and being done with it all. Finished. But you have Lampshank now. You won't walk down the stairs and pry the boarded doors open, fingernails catching on the wood and nails as you claw yourself out. No, you'll stay here. For however long that is. Time to go, Lampshank. Let's go, boy. Back inside. we go. Time for bed? Huh? That's weird. You can hear something on the radio. Hello? What? Is anyone there? No. You're imagining things. It's not possible. It can't be. Hey, it's okay. I'm okay. Are you? Lamshank's eyes are wide, body trembling above yours, scared. You've never seen him like this before. Did the radio frighten him? Everything feels so fuzzy. You pet Lamshank, running fingers down his spine, each vertebrae sharp against them. You're so tired. Here we go again. What should you do? This is your public service announcement. The people from outside are marked. They can only get in if you let them. We cannot stress this enough. Do not let her in. She will hurt you. Wait, what? Please, let me in. She's here. She's safe. She's... Do not let them in. They will hurt you. You have to let me in. We repeat, they will hurt you. You're at the door, unable to open it. Heart beating so hard you can taste blood in the back of your throat. You want to let her in, you do, but nothing feels real. Everything feels real. You try to move to open the door, but your body isn't responding. It's like watching someone else, like you're no longer there. Like you're watching yourself like someone else would watch you. Please, I'm so scared. So are you. White noise. White. You don't think you could let her in if you wanted to. Bzz. Not safe. The screaming starts. You are brittle, and this is what breaks you. Morning, buddy. I'm up, Lamshank, I'm up. Is anything real? Oh, closet. Is this the first day that's been there? Is anything real? Is he gonna say that on everything? Is anything real? You water the plant, just in case. Is anything real? Is anything real? Real or not, you need to feel lamb. Real or not, you need to feed Lamshank. You fill up the food bowl. Alright, time to check outside again. I love the sounding of the howling. Is anything real? Time to go play fetch. I guess that can be real at least. I'm coming, I'm coming. Up we go to the roof. Alright, ready? Go get it. If this is real, does it mean anything? And what's worse, that this isn't real. Or that it is, and that it means nothing at all. You can't even remember what she looked like, how she smelled. Can't recall how she fit within these spaces. Time to go, Lampshank. Back inside we go. Guess I should eat something. Not a chance. You pull back the covers to get into bed. You're already half asleep. Attention, citizens. I'm trying to sleep, radio. What do you want? Attention, citizens. The city has fallen. That's not enough, Lampshank. In the coming months, we will be evacuating any remaining survivors. Lampshank, we might be able to leave. Make sure to keep your radio on to receive pickup coordinates. Animals have been... Huh? Lampshank, what's wrong? Lampshank looks nervously around the room, flinches at the sound of the radio. We will tell you when it's safe to leave. It's okay. Let's go to bed. Everything's going to be okay. You get under the covers. For the first time, Lampshank doesn't join you. Anything but this. You can't open it. You turn your back against the door and slide down until you're a pile on the floor. We repeat, do not let anything in. The screaming continues. On and on. Time passes and stops and starts. The radio cracking in and out of life. Her screams softening. Please getting weaker as the days stretch into each other. 2 weeks later, that radio goes quiet. So does she. Are you alone? White noise. Nothing but the ringing in your head. Somehow, the silence is worse than the screaming. Time to get up. You wake slowly. You're used to Lampshank acting as an alarm, all wagging tail and doggy kisses. He's across the room, staring out the balcony door at the sky above. Your dreams always return to her, though each time the memory is fuzzier, worn by time. Was she even marked? You'll never know. You water the plant. Something burns in your chest, but you choke it down. Without you, the plant would die. No, you can't. Your stomach keeps turning over and over, like something is trying to escape alive. You leave it, the cup strangely lonely when filled to the brim. You fill the bowl, but Lampshank doesn't come running. Lampshank, food time. He ignores you. Come on, you need to eat. We're leaving today. Remember, citizens, we have cleared the way. The pickup zone is... It's time to go. Let's check out here. Are we gonna actually be able to get out? Come on, buddy. You'll never see this place again. Is that a good thing? Come on, buddy. Follow me. What does leaving this place mean? What does the world look like outside these walls? Outside the city? Do you still belong out there? With people and their soft skin, soft hands, soft hearts, will they now be as foreign to you as the sky? And I feel like a lot of this, again, is like a metaphor for depression and trying to like get yourself back out in the world, you know? Like, what does it mean to try and like recover from it? And after you've been down and so low for so long, you know, what is it like to try and like get back in touch with yourself and the world around you? There it is, the door. Come on, Lambshank. There was a time where, slowly, one by one, people left. There were no boards then, just a closed door with the world outside growing further and further away. You didn't see them often, the few that remained with you, but you could hear them, human sounds that hummed in the background when you least expected. You pulled down one of the boards. Hush, Lambshank. The noise had been comforting. You weren't alone. But they didn't last forever, and over time, faded into nothing. They must have left, taken their chances in the city falling around them. Anything better than staying here, being inside, trapped like a rat in a cage, every day, played out again and again until... You pulled down a second board. Lambshank, that's enough. You've never yelled at Lambshank before. Shame blues deep in the pit of your stomach, but you can't look at him. Know that if you see the fear and desperation in his eyes, you'll never leave. Oh yeah, because he can't come with me, right? You pulled down the final board. A beginning and an end, you think. You'd been the one to put them there, a reminder to never leave as the city's siren song promised an escape. You lay your hands on the door, palms sweaty, against the cool glass. Lambshank, you ready? He's trembling uncontrollably, eyes darting around the room so fast they roll into the back of his head. You pull a key from your pocket. Fit it to the lock. Turn the handle. Oh, look, so yeah, look at his eyes are purple. Lambshank lashes forward, closing his mouth on your sleeve. With a vicious yank, he pulls you backwards, away from the door. Fuck! Lambshank! Lambshank, what's going on? Every part of Lambshank looks like it's ready to fight. Lips peel back from gleaming teeth as saliva drips from a maw, gaping impossibly open, wide enough to swallow someone whole. Lambshank! Knock, knock. Knock, knock. No. It can't. I just want to see. Better not. Alright, so I guess that's kind of like, I don't know, symbolic of like depression kind of dragging me back. Even when I'm trying to make an effort to get out. Inside. You're inside again. What happened? Lambshank runs to his abandoned food. Leftovers of leftovers that you'd served, still there, silent. Did it get you too? Did everyone else hear the radio? Follow its lure to the door? Lambshank happily devours the food, ghostly tongue scraping the dregs from the bottom of the bowl. Thank you, Lambshank. He jumps on the spot, proud to have protected you. Really, I mean it. Hold your horses. So now I'm kind of confused as to whether like he was protecting me or being the thing that drug me back. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. And again, maybe that's the point, right? Sometimes when you're in such a bad place, you don't know what's good and what's bad for you. You've gotten used to the violet light beating down from above. The creature seems satisfied, if such a thing is possible. It's not rolling in the clouds, instead breathing slowly around the tips of skyscrapers, the longest, softest breath you've ever felt vibrate through your bones. Is this it? Is this everything? Is this where you must remain? Wow, that was really good. Like I said, I think it kind of like, it asks a lot of questions, right? And that's kind of what I like about it, is like, clearly it's a metaphor for those types of things. And kind of like I was saying, you don't know whether going out would be the right thing to do. Like that was you, like, you know, kind of taking a step out into the world. And then the dog kind of represented like that like false sense of safety that I was talking about in the beginning of the video, where you think that what you're doing is really helping you, but in the end it actually hurts you more, you know? Like I said, I think it does that really well. I think it's interesting that it raises so many questions with such little dialogue and, you know, like such little just like gameplay even, really. It was more just like an experience to go through. But, you know, I think it's important to mention that, like, you know, like I said, not that long ago, I was going through something similar. And if any of you guys who are watching this are going through that kind of thing, or, you know, someone that you know is going through it, just, at least for me, the most important thing to do is reach out to somebody. You know, when you feel like something is wrong, make sure that you have at least one person that you trust, that you're always in communication with, because the worst thing that you can do is completely shut the world out. Because when you do that, the only person that you have to, you know, like, reason with and use logic with is yourself. And when you're in that kind of situation, you're not thinking clearly. You're just not. And like I said, if you know somebody else who's going through something like that, just be that person, you know? If you notice something is off, reach out to them, because a lot of times when someone is like that, they do exactly what I'm saying, where they just think they can solve it themselves. Either that, or they get in a space where maybe they don't want to solve it. You know, maybe they're just willing to just kind of give into it and just let the world be what it is, and let the way that they feel be what it is, you know? So if you see that in somebody, even if it seems kind of risky, or you're afraid to reach out, or like you might be crossing a line or anything like that, just try to be that person for them and say, hey, you know, I'm here for you. You know, even if you don't have a lot that you want to talk about, just if you want to sit here next to me, you know, even that, or just be on a call and barely talk, anything like that. Any sort of connection that you can give somebody who's going through something like that is really, really important, you know? So just keep that in mind, please. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I think this was a really cool game, and I think it raises a lot of questions and it brings up a lot of good points without having to be too on the nose about it. So again, I know this is a different kind of thing than I normally do on the channel, but I think it's important to do stuff like this every once in a while. you know, and kind of bounce it out and talk about these kind of things, because there's something that's like important to me, and I think it's a good message to bring up. So thank you guys for coming in and hanging out and kind of enjoying this with me, even though it was a little bit more kind of laid back and relaxed. And hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.